I think supporting people's well-being is to develop a culture within whatever you're doing in the first place. That they know that where they are is a safe and secure environment. And then when things come along, they have questions, or you notice something different, don't be afraid to share that. But again, with all that we do, we don't do this alone, and not one person will have all perhaps the answers or the resources. With people's mental health, particularly, depending on the level that's required, seeking those others who can come alongside and do that, have perhaps specialisms in that.
A really practical thing I'd say is this: point them to resources around, whether that's practical things online or even medical. Number two, I cannot overemphasize the power and the need of prayer. One of the most powerful ways we can support young people in their own well-being is praying for them, and also creating space for them to navigate their thinking about holistically who they are, not just their faith, not just their studies, not just aspects. Holistically, who am I as a disciple of Jesus, as a follower of Jesus, as a child of God? Is helpful when we frame well-being as not just one thing that's disconnected on the side. It becomes holistically who we are.
Largely, good well-being is about giving places for people to talk and for you to listen. And one thing that I find hard, but I know is really important in youth work, is just to listen, and not always to fix the problems, but just to be a person who is safe, who can support them working out what to do next. And that's probably the best lesson that I can learn and impart to you as well.
I think firstly it's about seeing them as a whole person. So actually not just when did they read the Bible, are they praying regularly, but actually paying attention to their emotional health, their physical health, and actually asking them what works for them. Again, I think young people are brilliant at knowing the ways that they can cope, and young people are incredibly resilient. So I think actually it's about asking them the question and then building that into our youth work as part of things. So actually some young people will want big group discussions around particular topics, or one-to-one conversations about things they're finding difficult. And actually I think part of it is just going to them and saying, what can we do that helps you, rather than us thinking we've got the answers.
Yeah, well-being is different for each young person, and some will need a lot more help than others in building good well-being. I think modelling it from our own lives is a really great place to start. Knowing the signposts, where you can signpost young people, getting any help possible if there's any concerns, obviously going to your safeguarding officer to know exactly what to do and how to support young people's well-being well, and getting other professionals involved, other advice from other people, and building a good support network around that young person.
So rubbish about that part of it.
I will remember.
Yeah, I remember with you guys.